So, hello everyone over on the streams. Welcome to Conquerors of Nolyn, which is gonna be happening soon. First, we gotta double check that all the players are around and are awake, because, well, time zones are a thing. It would happen.
Mm.
And also make sure that sorry, punch the microphone. Make sure that everything is ready, set, and all the maps and actors and tokens, because all those enemies that you guys are gonna be facing, I need to have them tokens prepared. Gotta make sure that everything's in place, and while we get things sorted out here in the background, you guys over there on the YouTubes or Twitches, wherever you guys are watching, can enjoy the introduction that now we have. So sit tight, enjoy, relax, and welcome. Have a good night, everyone. So, welcome to Conquerors of Nolyn, everyone. I hope you have had a wonderful, marvelous um, couple weeks since our last previous game. A lot has been going on in the meanwhile. Nothing, too big or important or crazy, but things have been going on, and I hope you have had a good week despite all that. In any case, it's time for us to dive back into Conquerors of Nolyn. And as always, we start with a little recap of what's been going on, because I would like to, I would like to stall for as long as I can, and also it helps everyone, get a good idea of what's been happening. So, last time we've met these intrepid group of adventurers, Drachdarin, Falkan and Kolarys, they were uh, running away from Druimin, a city in the land of Talamforard, or the land of the quote-unquote not so friendly dragons. They've been running away from there, mostly because they had just invaded a castle of a dragon, or one of them had invaded the castle and the others were arrested in the premises, and then all of them decided that they didn't want to stick around anymore. They orchestrated a uh, jailbreak, got one of the guards to come along with them, and ran uh, across the fields, but not before stopping to steal back some treasures that the castle people had stolen from them, in the way alerting the local dragon to their presence. And as they ran into the field, this dragon came down upon them. A big battle broke down, but they managed to run away because the dragon didn't want to die. Because despite how awfully close the battle was, or rather how absurdly impossible the battle seemed to the players, the dragon was also very, very, very hurt and wounded in the fight and started to fear for its own life and decided to yeet away and run, which gave the party enough time to run and cross the border, but not before coming across the brother of the guard they ran away with. And at the bridge, they met with Cole, talked him into joining them, and dissuaded the guards that patrol the boards, the borders, to, stop them. After managing to talk all that, they crossed back into Drachdarin, and after a long walk and stretching their march well into the midnight hours, they eventually arrived in the city of Gridgarak, where they finally managed to get a little bit of rest and also take into account their whole situation. Their companion, I forgot his name, the Leonine cleric that was with them, Gambrinus, got in a boat and sailed away into the main continent. Well, not main continent, but into Hosenfeld, the other continent, to report back to what happened, because he was a peace diplomat, and after getting arrested, as he did, he has a lot to tell his peers of what is going on here. However, the rest of the party stayed there in Gridgarak, trying to sort things out. Drachdarin made friends with the local the blacksmith, and use his blacksmith forge to uh, refit his own adamantine armor that he has been carrying along with him for for thousands of years. Falkan has also been investigating the surrounding areas, learned that there is a problem. Well, the people of Gridgarak were having problem with a monster that made hunting very troublesome for them, and after learning that the monster was a Hydra, the party prepared themselves and went over to face this Hydra. After returning victorious, they got a monetary reward, which Falkan said that the party would only be taking half of it, because deep down Falkan apparently is a very nice guy. And on top of that, as they came back, Kolarys also learned that a scout from Dreaming had just ran by the city, apparently rushing on their way to Madlanak to deliver a message, apparently about their transgression into, their lands and their reign, and wreaking havoc in some other nobles' castle, which might have some further complications and implications in Kolarys' future. But for now, we dive back into the tavern, which I don't believe I gave it a name. It's just the tavern. There's only the one in town, so that's where they are. People have been drinking and celebrating their victory over the Hydra for hours by now, and the trio find themselves just waiting at 10 in the evening, planning the next leg of their journey. So I would like to ask, what are you guys doing?
Falcon, when did you become nice? You just gave half the money back. That is not what I expected from you.
Well, it's better than a town full of corpses. Anyways, where the hell are we supposed to go?
Back home, I suppose. That god has me worried.
How so?
Wood traveled faster than we did.
Bad news travels very fast.
Hopefully the consequences are a little bit slower.
Well, it's not like we're in god-awful territory now, so let's just keep heading back.
After a rest. I don't think any of us are in a condition to book it at this point, especially at the time of night.
No, pretty bushed. I mean, you two got beat up a little bit more than me, but let's get a night's rest and then we can pursue this bad news in the morning.
Fair enough.
So, all three of you then are going to be spending the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. The local innkeep, like he promised, he would pay for your stay if you manage to solve the Hydra problem or the monster problem. They did not know what the monster was precisely. So the problem has been sorted out, solved, and you have rooms prepared for you. In fact, there's not a whole lot of travelers that stay in Grak, especially in late time, so they do actually provide one room for each one of you if you are willing to all be in individual rooms, and they also provide a very lavish dinner for you if you're having dinner, and they also promise that breakfast will be equally as impressive.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Take it all of it.
Creepy bird summoning ritual.
Oh, I should probably try and fix my axe.
Sure. Fixing axe is not a problem. You just pay 1/4 of the item price. I believe axe. How much axes cost?
30 gold.
30 gold. Yeah. So you pay however much 1/4 of that is.
Oh, dog.
Maybe divide 30 by 4.
You're the
Guys.
engineer. You can do math.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really bad at basic math.
Guy.
Well,
7 if you ran down.
Yeah.
so you just need to pay 7 gold and that'll be taken care of. But the townspeople are more than willing to provide you with whatever means you need to help fix your axe. So this time around, that fixing goes for free.
Rad.
However, what does not goes for free is the whole blacksmith thing that you broke down.
Yeah.
Trying to fix your adamantine armor. So that
worked.
Well, it did work, but you broke down the poor boys' workplace.
Yeah.
For fixing that will cost the price is 50 gold pieces, or rather 50 crowns. And that
Bad I don't have money.
the townspeople will not be paying for that.
Yeah. How much did they give us for killing that creature?
200 and we took 100. Because someone decided to be nice for once.
Well, 50 of that needs to go invested back into the town further, I guess.
Would you rather have people trust us in a time where we could absolutely use it, or would you have them think poorly of us?
I mean, I think they literally think poorly of us.
How so? I've done nothing to upset anyone. Ever.
Money.
As in,
What?
we're poor.
Oh.
Like, literally poor.
Well, this is why I'm the strategist now, isn't it?
Yeah. just let me just take 50 gold, and then I'll just, help the blacksmith. I kind of broke everything that he owned earlier.
Good job.
I was fixing adamantine, and he didn't have equipment that was good for it. So, well,
Of everything that went on there, I don't think any fixing happened.
I mean, no, but creating did. My armor's better than it's ever been, and that's what matters.
Right. So, note to self, learn the mending spell.
That would probably be helpful.
Hmm.
Either way, I'll pay them. We can get to sleep and get on the road.
Good.
Good. Gut gemacht.
So, if if that's what you're doing, then you go put aside some funds for poor young Premier to fix his blacksmith workshop, which you might as well do. And then you spend some part of the evening looking around in ways to fix your axe. It doesn't take too long, and it's a fairly simple process. Fixing your axe, you're not an accomplished blacksmith, but you know your way around weapons, so it's fairly easy to do. The same thing with you, Falcon. At this point, you're becoming pretty well versed into bringing Zasalamel back from whatever he goes whenever he kapoofs. Or explodes, rather, because, things in this world seem to have a penchant for wanting to explode it.
Why does everything explode?
Well, that's what happens with things near Falcon. Haven't you learned anything by now?
Fair.
And after that, every single one of you takes a long rest. You are very well fed. So much so, in fact, that all of you get your proficiency bonus as temporary hit points, which I believe is +3 for everyone.
Wow.
Oh.
How do you add temporary hit points in this system?
Below your hit points, I believe there's a thing that says...
There we go. Plus temp.
Plus temp. And you put in
Neato.
that extra. Remember that you have temporary hit points. They go away before your regular hit points.
Yep.
Thanks to your very lavish dinner and breakfast and proper good rest. It's nice too. And also high spirits, it's not every time that you aid and assist a small town.
How then?
Afterwards, all of you wake up. It's early-ish in the morning, and you have the day ahead of you. It's about 7:30, 8-ish, or 8 o'clock after you finish your after you finish breakfast. And then, what are you up to?
I guess getting ready to walk.
Getting ready to walk, preferably at a healthy clip.
I'd rather not use my feet, but,
Do you want me to carry you?
yes.
God
It's
damn.
quite lovely. His shoulders are nice and...
Oh, I'm very aware.
I don't like this whole being a horse thing. I mean, there's worse things, I suppose.
What's worse than that?
Give me 10 minutes and I'll come up with something.
Being a horse without weapons.
See, he
What
knows.
if we had a weaponized horse?
Alright, Falcon. That's a good idea. Why don't we strap a bunch of spears to a horse and charge into battle?
That's what I was thinking. We can attach one to its face, like above its forehead or something.
What, like a unicorn?
Yes.
Well,
Call
that
it a
could be
spirit
entertaining.
horn.
You are so clever.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
a
you.
unicorn.
I'm just going to, like, fireman scoop Falcon onto my shoulder and just get walking.
Oh my.
Come on, let's go.
I'm just following.
I'm like the present.
Sure.
Bring your squire and his brother and all of our troop.
Pent. Pent.
Yes, yes, coming. And soon enough, you see that both Pent and Cole are right up with you, and they are ready to march on into whatever you guys are going. Unlike you, the heroes, Pent and Cole, the two green dragonborns, have not been extended the same benefits as you. They did get a room at the tavern, but not one single room for each one. They both had to share a room, and it was a rather smaller room, but it wasn't too bad. They're brothers after all, so there's nothing too bad about that. And they didn't get a whole banquet served exclusively for them, but they did get to share in free food, both for dinner and breakfast. As a result of that, both of them are quite energized and ready to follow you. So, all of you are moving towards are moving towards, what's it called again? Tide, the next city over. I forgot how to do measurements in this, but it'll be like a day or two worth of travel. It's 100 miles worth of
Good
travel.
heavenly God.
That's a long walk.
That's a very long walk. Oh God, can we get a carriage or something?
Oh god. Why doesn't our wizard know teleport?
Teleport doesn't even send you. Oh wait, no, yeah, no, sorry, not strong enough yet.
Yeah, you can walk 24 miles a day. So, in some 4 days you'll be there.
Especially with legs like these.
Right?
I'm just gonna have my bird circle overhead for a while.
Sure. It'll give you guys plenty of time to socialize and, mingle with your companions.
Angle.
Instead, I just complain, maybe if we hadn't given up all that gold, we could have afforded horses.
You didn't even think of getting a horse while we were there. You didn't even bring it up. What the heck are you talking about? The only thing that came up around horses was making a weaponized one.
You know, long walks build character, and both of you already have plenty of it, so maybe we should just stop, huh?
Oh, you really do care.
I do. A lot about the fact that I am carrying you.
You can take it.
Yes, I can.
Would
Some
you
of
rather me
us.
cast fly on you?
I again return to the fact that I don't think I would be able to quite carry all four of us at the same time.
You're floating. I don't think I need to carry anything. You just...
Listen, you have the magic one. I am not sure. We could always try.
Yeah, we could, but we only get 3 hours worth and it's the same slot as Fireball, so let's keep going.
Fair. So, Kolarys, we're going to your home. Is it going to be a warm reception, or are you well liked?
DM. As far as I know, I am.
As far as you know, you are indeed. As it happens with noble families in those lands, the common folk, they recognize you on sight, pretty much, because you are all nobles. And the common people, they see no reason to dislike you, per se. You are patrons of the arts and of academies and other such things. You pretty much keep the city going. However, the other nobles, they always want more, and they are always looking on ways to diminish other nobles to take more for themselves. So yeah, while people at large have nothing against you, other nobles are constantly looking for ways to undermine you. And even though on surface they might look friendly, behind the curtains they are quite conniving. However, you are friendly with House Doku, since you and Falcon were friends from a very young age, so at least you know that, well, up until now you were pretty certain that Falcon was one person that you could absolutely count on for literally anything. But it seems that after his latest journey, he's changed quite.
They love us there. Especially my family. Don't know about those Dakus, though. That's your family.
Yeah, I know. I knew that.
I just glower at him really intensely.
I don't really get into the whole noble thing 9 times out of 10.
You know,
I'm barely at home half the time anyways.
it really didn't even strike me that you could be a noble given your demeanor when we first met.
Now you're just breaking my heart.
No, I really mean you looked like a hobo.
I mean, well, half of my clothes were singed because of that exploding, is that thing a halfling again? Something like that? I don't know. Gnome? What was it again?
Probably a halfling.
Polaris bursts into laughter upon hearing that he looked like a hobo.
He did. He only had most of an outfit. And then he had to take... he took the bloody robes off of a corpse at one point, and that was an attractive look.
You do what you can. I'm not here to look pretty.
I bet you wish you had that amnesia now, didn't you?
To think so much of one's own appearance.
Hey, don't rat on appearances. Appearances are half of a warrior's, battle prowess. You have to look good to kill good.
Is that so?
Absolutely.
And how many spells do you know again?
None. And how many axes do you own that are the size of a person?
I'll just make one.
You just make one, you magic
I would
dust.
love to see you try, considering how much of a mess he made.
You are infinitely snarky, and you are lucky I don't just drop you, Falcon.
I sure am a lucky soul.
I just like you a little too much.
Oh,
Anyway.
So travel is long, and I imagine you're not pushing it. You're
Nope.
taking your time. Alright, fair enough. So you will be traveling 1/4 of the distance tonight, or rather today, which is fair enough. Let me roll d20, see what happens.
4 days of travel?
No, just to see if, literally, if something happens. But no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does not. Nothing happens, thankfully. All of you manage to travel throughout the night very calmly. It's a enjoyable journey. There's not much to do or see, but there's plenty to talk, especially with the kind of companions you are keeping. And later on, at 8-ish in the evening, you settle down on well, you stop marching because after a while you do get somewhat tired, and then you ponder and wonder about where to camp for the night.
Polaris points at the worst possible place to pitch a tent. It's all rocky and even it has tree starts, and he goes, "This works."
No. Have you ever done anything outside of a house before?
No.
Right.
You might not want to sleep on a rock.
It doesn't work very. We'll go closer to the shore. There'll be nicer, softer sand and grass. It'll be fine. We're not sleeping on rocks, Kolarys.
What if they have giant crabs in this world?
I mean, maybe that giant crab we killed was, at this point, a small crab.
I could use a second jar.
No. Nope. Stop reminding me about your mayonnaise jar, please.
But you
No.
never forgot. That's a good
No.
sign. You're up to date on things.
God, I hate the fact that that exists. I'll get to 10
You
to
got
pitch
it
down.
from crabs.
There was a giant crab thing that I was eating. No, don't want to think about it. All you need to know is that a flying rat stole a jar of mayonnaise from a giant crab, and that's a wonderful story.
I use it to live.
You use it to be very strange. And there's no way that that's healthy for you. Mayonnaise is mostly fats.
Hey,
Good. He could use a little bulking up.
am I in your head yet? Am I in your head yet? Am I in your head yet?
I'm going to uppercut you into the river if you keep it up.
Can you uppercut your shoulder, big man?
Oh my god. I set Falcon down very harshly. And then I go to pitch a tent.
Sure, you drop Falcon like a sack of potatoes and
Rapidly clicking.
start to open up your belongings in your backpack to look for things, your bag of holding even, looking for things to set up a tent and get some comfortable, sleepy place going for the night, for the evening even. It doesn't take you too long. You manage to pitch a tent, find suitable pieces of this and that here and there that you can use. You get everything set up. I imagine that Kolarys and Falcon are in some way, shape, or form taking notes or helping.
Yeah, basically, I'm helping.
Yeah, better be.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I just don't want to
Okay.
do this all on my own. I'll get a fire started and lay out my giant freaking bedroll.
Hey, Kolarys, are you helping?
Harris is over clacking two sticks together.
Just that, like raised eyebrow, not in like upset, but in like pity kind of thing. A little bit of a frown.
Just like lean over and be like, Falcon, has he literally never been outside of a castle before?
No,
I.
no, he's not. Honestly, I'm even impressed we found him here.
How did he get all the way to a different country?
You know, I wonder that myself.
You don't even know how to start a fire. Come here, I'll show you how to start a fire.
No, I was warding off the beasts.
What?
Warding
That's
off the beasts.
with stick clicking? Is that what they teach you in school?
No.
Mm-hmm.
You do see Drachdarin and Falcon that the entire time that you're setting camp and Kolarys is just clacking sticks together. Both Pent and Cole are like on the fringes of your encampment, and they seem very incredibly anxious. They seem to be dying to go over to Kolarys and start giving him pointers on how to do things, but they also don't want to go and, teach you how to do things, seeing that you're a noble under your squires. They're the ones who should be taking lessons from you, not the other way around. So they try and keep their distance.
I'll just give him like the head shake of just let him do it itself. It's fine. Don't intervene.
They try to mind their business, but it's incredibly hard to see someone doing something so wrong and not say anything about it. But they try their best.
I'll get my. Wait, do I even have a fire starter? Oh no. Who had the fire starter in the old group? I do. I have 3 tinder boxes for some reason.
I cast prestidigitation and just light it anyways.
That's so much easier.
Yeah, it's nice having a mage.
It is. Both of you are mages of some sort.
He's
He's just a bit more of a stabby mage, and you're more of a mouthy mage.
stabby mage, yes.
It's descriptive. It's accurate.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Well,
So, as the night goes, and you find ways to entertain yourself and start to prepare your things for the next leg of your journey. Um, all of you have rations, I hope.
I think so.
I have 3.
I have 10.
Good. You will need one per day for the length of your travel.
It'll be fine.
One per day per person. But okay,
That's 1 for today.
sure. And then you need 3 more until you reach Tide. But that's fine. You can take care of yourselves. Cole and Pent both are have their own supply, so they're good.
Once we're all kind of sitting around the campfire, just relaxing, I'll look over at Kolarys and you were wondering why I'm so large the other day.
Yes.
I
It's terrifying and kind of alluring.
Well, would you believe me if I told you that it was because I bathed in the blood of a dragon?
God just drops, eyes blinking stupidly.
Drac just gets this like really smug smirk, and he's like, "Yeah, I befriended a wizard who had befriended a dragon, and that dragon decided we should experiment a little."
The wizard wasn't Falcon, was it?
No.
No.
Do you think a dragon
No.
would hang out with him?
What?
Thank God.
I mean, you hang out with me.
You're okay. Okay, fair.
I figured that'd be worth something.
It is. Sorry, that was harsh.
Don't
I'm
apologize.
feeling
He
still-
needs humbling now and then.
Well, this dragon basically had me both drink and bathe in his magical blood, and it was really a like, hey, we don't know what's going to happen, but you're down for some experiment? And I was like, sure. What's the worst that could happen? And so far, the worst that's happened is that none of my clothes fit me anymore. Because it's only been like 2 months, 3 months. And it just doesn't stop. So that's fun.
You're still growing.
Still. Very slowly, almost hard to tell, but Doorways and I don't get along very well, and one of our party mates was a tailor. Don't have that anymore. So that'll become a problem over time. I am not sure sort of what is going to happen, but you are going to learn alongside me. So in a way, yes, it is kind of terrifying, because, probably shouldn't have done that, but it seemed like a really fun idea at the time.
Hey, here's hoping you don't turn into one of those big, scary feral dragons.
Ooh. I mean, at least I probably wouldn't be feral. I'd probably be smart still.
Yeah, I'd hope you at least keep some of that until, like, you've got somewhere up there.
Just kind of glares down at him like... The fact... I'm not stupid, you know.
Oh,
You
no.
know.
Oh, no, I'm aware.
But I don't know what'll happen. We'll see. We'll see. But he just like flexes one of his arms and stretches. It's like, it's good results so far. I hit harder. I'm bigger. Yeah. I cannot complain.
Are you afraid you're gonna die?
I am not afraid of death. I am afraid of dying without making a difference. death is expected.
You expect to die.
Well, as any warrior would who lends his blade for money.
It sounds incredibly foolish to me.
Well,
Every second you inch closer to death anyway.
he is right. Better to die in glorious combat, rending your foes bit by bit, than...
Okay, that wasn't the point, but you do you.
Well, I mean, everyone has their own thing, but I don't want to die of old age in a bed. It's true what I'm trying to get at. That's all. Seems rather boring.
Think about how much you could accomplish if you lived forever.
Too many things, probably. Immortality is questionable. Something that many people strive for, and it drives them mad. But we shall see. Who knows? Maybe if I turn into an actual dragon, like you say, I'll live a very long time.
Doesn't that create an existential problem for you? You don't want to live to old age, but then you'll be living.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll die in, another month, and they'll write stories about me. Who knows?
Nah. We didn't find any books of you in the future, so...
Okay. The whole time travel thing is a little bit... I'm still not even thinking about that part.
Hey, look at the bright side. If we didn't find any books in you in the future, it either means you're still alive, or... you died and there wasn't anything worth writing about. So, regardless, there's a net positive chance that you're going to die.
You are, as ever, an endless source of positivity.
Hey, it's what I do.
It sure is, Falcon. Well, on that bombshell, I'm going to get some rest. I suggest the rest of you do the same. Plenty more very exciting walking tomorrow.
And you all do. Sleeping under the stars, you take your time and rest eventually finds you. I am going to go ahead and roll 1d3 to see who is on watch tonight. That'll be Kolarys.
Yeah.
Everyone takes turns doing watches to make sure that, the camp is guarded against any possible intrusions or happenstances, and about-ish 5 in the morning, you think you see movement out of the corner of your eyes. I would like you to go ahead and make a perception check.
I don't know what I did with Foundry, but I don't have that bar that has all the checks and...
Yeah, because you don't have a character token in this screen, press C and it'll open your character sheet, and then you can go over to your own things. It should open your character sheet, I hope.
Do you know how funny?
10.
Dang it.
10 it is.
Yeah, first roll.
It's not super tricky whatsoever to see what it is that is happening. Although, do you have dark vision, I wonder?
I think all of us do.
You don't seem to have it.
Dragonborn are not a race with dark vision. I have it because of reasons.
I have dark vision because I'm a specific race of Dragonborn, but if you're a regular Dragonborn, then yeah, you do not have dark vision.
Yeah, if you're a player handbook Dragonborn,
Yeah,
you
if
don't.
you're a PHP Dragonborn.
You poor
Okay.
Please
sod.
buff them, Wizard of the Coast. Please buff.
Please.
Bum 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 bum.
Well,
Yep. As
it's
far as I know, I do not.
It's light-ish enough. You are able to see what appears to be a creature close to you. You think you see a wolf sneaking into your camp, and At first, you're a little bit taken aback by, seeing just the the fluffiest pupper you can imagine, striding up to your camp, sniffing very, very carefully, and starts to just sniff around, see things, and when he notices you, and you notice it, it seems to stop and freeze in place. And just then you notice that it appeared to have snatched Drachdarin's bag of holding in its snout. And it's just there,
No.
paralyzed, just waiting to see what your reaction is.
Okay, am I aware of what a bag of holding?
Well,
Am I aware that it's
you're aware that it's the bag that Drachdarin keeps on him.
And that he slid a giant suit of armor in and out of.
yes? I was
Very
like,
weirdly.
I know I've seen him use it. I'm like, no.
It's you are aware that it's Drachdarin's Felix the cat bag.
I really should just put this right out.
Felix the cat shit. Well, first of all, I am on my feet in a kind of cautious posed arm out, like, no.
Bad dog.
Try to take slow steps towards it.
Cool. Make an animal handling check.
Oh, what the?
do- you-
Do it. Hey.
Oh boy, 13. That's a good number. 12 plus 1. Now let's see if you do succeed, because we need to set up a difficulty for that. So roll 3d6. Actually, 4d6. Because, this is a wild creature.
How do I do that?
On the chat thing, there's a bunch of dice. Just click the square 4 times. That'll queue up 4d6s, and then you click the roll.
There we go.
What a nice website.
This really is.
Oops. I
Oops.
can fix it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Don't worry about it.
Alright. You set the DC as 9, which means you succeed somehow in taking very close, cautious steps towards the creature. At the point that you do, you realize that it's not a wolf at all, it's a fox. And it seems just very close to bolting and running away, carrying Drachdarin's bag. And you see that it's also... It only seems to stay there because, you just had a very hearty meal, and you imagine that your whole person smells of delicious foods, and you imagine that the fox thinks that you have something food-wise that you're going to give to it, and that's the only reason why it has not yet bolted. You also notice that it seems to be there's sparkles on its fur, and you notice that there seems to be powdered gems kind of scattered across one side of its belt. Not entirely sure what that's about, but it's odd. And the fox is there. Do you keep approaching?
God's damn it. I'm just gonna take like one of my last 2 food provisions and hold that out as I try to get closer.
Are you giving it the food provisions?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of hold on the rations that you have, kind of a ways away from it, that so it is forced to let go what it's having and go another direction to catch the chunks of beef jerky that you're holding. And it seems very enticed, so much so that the fox starts looking that way, and it keeps approaching, still holding the bag on its snout, until it gets very close. It feels like it's taking forever, because the fox just inches ever so slowly towards it, and then in a very quick, swift motion, it lets go of the bag, snatches the beef jerky from your hand, almost getting your fingers, and then it just turns around and starts bolting away. And I imagine you let
I-
go.
I make a quick grab for the bag and go back to my seat with the bag under my feet.
Sure. You see that the fox doesn't even look back. It just kind of hops and runs. Uh, it kind of glimmers a little bit as it leaves a sparkly trail, as you imagine that the uh this powder, this dust that is on it, kind of just shakes itself off into the air and dissipates. And then the trail just kind of keeps on going until it disappears behind some trees and over some hills, and then at some point you just don't see nor hear the fox anymore. But you're glad that you saved whatever Drek keeps in his bag from being snatched away.
That big lug owes me one.
And before too long, you see that just about half an hour goes by before the sun rises, and you realize that your watch has just come to an end, and it's time for everyone to pack their things and get moving.
Oh, good morning. Anything silly happened last night?
Sort of kick Drac in the thigh and go, "What's this bag, by the way? I saw you putting massive things in this tiny little container."
You want to? You want to see what it is?
Ooh, yes, I would love to see what kind of things you carry.
Give me this. I am going to clear my throat and drink water first.
A very important thing to do, yes.
And then I'm going to kind of put the bag near the ground-ish, and I'm just going to lean away and kind of do the thing where you push the bottom through the top and flip it inside out so that everything that's in it goes spilling on the ground.
It's a mess. Just about almost everything you can imagine just spills out of the bag. You see coins and coins of that weird coins that Drachdarin carries with him. They just go spewing out. You see silverware that you have been using to eat your rations also go just flying out. Potions, torches, a crowbar, a lot of things, including some weapons as well.
There's like a pile, there's like 4 silver daggers, there's a big stone with a weird symbol on it. There's potions, there's money, there's just stuff everywhere, and he just kind of laughs and flips it back and is like, "Cool, right?" And he just starts like packing it back up and just whoop, whoop, whoop. Hammer vanishes, crowbar vanishes.
Players blinks for a second and then realizes, "You had potions?"
I have several potions. Do you need one? They're not all healing potions, just so you're aware.
Players gets puppy dog eyes.
Don't do that. I have literally one potion of superior healing. One. I have one. And then these, and he pulls up these little like flasks of oil. It's called oil of slipperiness. It's very useful. Don't ask me what for. You will say weird things. And this one I never used is called potion of growth. Again, no, don't think what you're probably thinking. Stop it. I know, weird combination, and there's rope and water, but if anyone needs the potion of healing...
Players can't handle it. He's just rolling on the floor laughing at this point.
You nobles are insufferable. It's not what you think it is. It just makes you bigger. I'm not making this any better, am I? He just goes back to packing things up. If you really want the potion, I'll give it to you later. But it's literally my only healing potion.
No. It's fine. There's only one. You have it, big guy.
If anyone needs to be resuscitated, I can do that. Okay. And
surely with the potions of growth and slipperiness.
I'll show you growth and slipperiness, you piece of... And he's grinning, but also angry. And he just puts all his stuff back. He uses the cleansing stone, and like all the dust that built up on him just kind of flies off of him and then puts that back in the bag.
Sort of like clear out my ear hole. Does he always snore that loudly?
Oh, Falcon's still asleep. Good. I'm gonna walk over, and I'm
The
going
bird
to
is on
just...
top of Falcon's head. As you
Oh.
approach, the arms stretch out.
Oh, don't do it.
It stands there, intimidatingly.
It's better than the dance that he usually does.
Just
Falcon.
dances when he sleeps?
Well, and the bird does weird shit. It's very strange. I mean, it looks better than it did back when we were in my time. It was all, like, weird and broken. It's at least a bird now.
It wasn't a bird before.
It was like a bird, but like a bird if you were looking through a cup. So, like, not mostly a bird, but kind of a bird. It
Players
wouldn't
is
make sense
equally
unless you saw it.
disturbed and curious as to how that would actually work.
It was very strange. Falcon, just give him like a short kick in the ribs. Not a hard one, just a gentle.
The bird tries to caw out, it slips off his head, smacks him in the face, forcing him to yell, rolling over and smacking his face into his bag.
Good morning, sunshine.
Ah!
Did you sleep well? Good. It's time to start walking.
Oh, hey, good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
You ready to
Where's
go?
my bird?
He fell on your face.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. And yes, Kolarys, I know I snore. It's literally not something I can control. That is something that has also been amplified by the fact that I'm much larger than normal. I'm sorry.
Sort of poke him in the snout, wondering how loud it actually can get.
At that time, both Cole and Pent are walking by the three of you, already with their backpacks properly made and tied together, and they just pass over you, just turn around and say, "You know, if you sleep on your side, I hear that it helps with snoring. Anyway, let's go." And then they just start marching.
Sleeping on my back's way more comfortable. I'm too bulky to sleep on my side.
Sleeping on your side's not good for your back anyways.
It's better for your stomach, though, I've heard.
Is that
Digests
true?
better. Yeah, if you sleep on your left side, because, you know.
I think I'd rather take normal digestion. You know, laying on my back, have a good clock for it. I schedule all my bowel movements.
Was he always like this even before?
Yes, he literally schedules his bowel movements.
Time is important.
Listen, I know that's like kind of funny because you're like a time wizard or whatever, but come on, man. It's a bit much.
I've known you for weeks, and I've done my best trying to avoid time puns. Do not get me started.
I mean, we are literally we're time travelers. Like, I kind of figured the puns were going to start.
Doesn't that mean it's about time for one?
Very
like him.
quickly retaliates, like 360 open hand tries to slap at Kolarys' face.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that. I can see your shit.
Kinda,
Like one swift movement.
kinda like Neo from Matrix. You just kinda bend backwards, and the hand just goes way over your head. You've been awake for a few hours more than Falcon has, and you're already primed and ready to go. Falcon is still waking up. He's not as fast as he thinks he is.
Drac just laughs and gives both of them a big ol' smack on the back and just starts walking in between them and ahead. Come on, boys, you can fight on the road.
March time.
March.
Marching time.
Not
What month
not
is it?
March.
March.
It's marching time.
Marching time.
It's March.
All of you keep on marching for yet another day of travel. Let me roll the U20, see what happens, if something does happen. No, it doesn't happen. Cool, cool.
Dragon
cool.
shows up.
Not him again!
A dragon shows up out of nowhere. Ah, again. Da, 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 da. So, you march yet another 20-something miles down the coast, following the coast into the tide. On your way there, you notice it's evening-ish time, or getting closer to evening time, about like 5 in the afternoon, when something else does happen. All 5 of you easily noticed flying creatures up in the sky that seems to have been coming from a distance, and you just noticed that they kept coming, and once they got kind of over you, they just start to fly overhead, almost as if
Do they
they're
look like-
following you in some way, shape, or form.
Do they look like, can we tell what they are?
Make a nature check, why don't you?
Oh god, nature!
You thought that roll wasn't
Oh.
coming.
Natural 20!
Well then.
Oh gosh dang.
I have laser eyes.
The one time I ask for a nature check, you know what it is. Well, shame on you. It wasn't gonna be nature anyway. It's Arcana actually, because
Oh,
let's see.
come on!
Because what you notice is that these creatures that are flying over you, they are not common creatures. These are griffins.
Nature check. Natural 20. It's not an animal.
It's not an animal. Can confirm, it's the most non-animal thing I've seen all day.
True, it's not an animal.
It's a
You
magical beast.
Yeah, you notice that it's a pack of griffins. It seems to be 4. Well, is it 4? How many have I written down in my notes? Is it
55 griffins.
No, not 55. Here. My notes are elsewhere. It's a pack of 5 griffins that are
Oh no.
flying over you. Whoa.
Do they have riders by chance?
Make a perception check. They're flying awfully high for you to be able to just see.
If only I had Anders' frickin' telescope. Oh, of course. There it is. Yep.
20 to 1.
Scale. We've established the scale.
All
Back
right,
to back.
No, you can have my rolls from now on.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm gonna use the weird effect of
You guys can roll as well. You know. Perception
I'll roll
checks.
my
find
perception.
familiar's telepathic and actually just fly up to see it.
Be much better.
How
Send that bird.
how far up are you sending your bird?
I guess just enough to be under the trees, but enough to see.
You're not there. There's not many trees around the location where you guys are. It's plenty open fields ish.
Close enough. I don't have a good idea of the height
Those griffins,
of
they
this location.
these griffins, they seem to be about 200 feet up high, and your telepathic link goes up to 100.
Huh.
So it's a matter of whether you want to be able to contact your bird all the time, or if you want it to move out of your range and then see what's up and then report back by getting awfully close.
Sure.
Are you
Yeah,
doing that?
works. Yes.
Okay. Your bird starts going up, and just as it's about to exit your radius of telepathic link, Kolarys turns to you and remarks that none of these griffins seems to have a rider on them.
These are wild griffins, as far as I can tell.
It's a thing? I've never seen that. Perhaps maybe they don't notice us and won't try and eat us.
No, they don't notice us. They're just flying right above us.
Just a
There
Are
seems there seems to be a lot of intent in the way that they are flying. They are definitely following you.
Oh boy. Well, let's just keep an eye on them and keep moving. And if they come in for us, we just eradicate them.
Do we preempt with the fireball now, or is that later?
I think when they start swooping. I mean, we have a lot of ranged attacks. I don't think we should just go around randomly blowing creatures out of the sky, though. That seems a little excessive.
No, you're right, we shouldn't.
So, Falcon, are you recalling the Salamau from...
Yes.
Okay. So the Salamel seems to go up higher until it too notices that there doesn't seem to be riders flying it, and then the Salamel seems to start to turn back, and just as it does, you notices that one of the Griffins kind of does a flyby to attempt and snatch at it.
Oh.
Thankfully, you recalled the Salamel just in time that the Griffin isn't able to snatch at it quite as far. It needs to do a very long dive before it's able to snatch at him. But you see that he comes awfully close. And then the Griffin seems to fly up higher, back to the pack formation. And then as they're circling, they seem to become a little bit more agitated. You seem to have a sense that they're about to attack. Or come
Okay.
down on you.
Just pull my axe out and kind of spin it a few times in my hands, like, are we really doing
Should we
this?
take cover?
What cover? We're in a field.
Damn.
We're just going to openly fight these things. Well, Falcon, you have the longest range, so the moment you see a problem, just...
I stand behind the big guy. I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
this didn't work against the Hydra, but I'm gonna try this again.
I think it'll work just fine. Don't worry, maybe they won't see you.
Usually to break line of sight and hide.
It's a thing if the party member's bigger than you.
That is true.
That's why halfling rogues are OP.
So what are you trying to do again? Just
I mean, I'm just
refreshing
getting
me on
ready
your
to
plan.
fight. And Kolarys is hiding behind me.
Okay, is Falcon
Presumably
doing
Falcon
anything?
is going to shoot a freaking fireball at them. Since that's his whole shtick.
Listen, I don't have many attacks.
But you do have a good one. And it's fireball.
Replace
have a
Monica
decent
with
one.
fireball.
I gotta
Just
get more
fireball.
attacks as we get as it goes on for the time being. Don't have much.
Fireball. Don't at me.
Okay, so all of you sort of get information. Falcon and Kolarys kind of huddling close to Drachdarin for cover and protection.
Yeah.
I got this.
I'll put my bird on top of Drax's head.
Sure. Drach, you prepare to fight with a nice new raven helmet.
It is beautiful. It really brings out my eyes.
However,
The
unfortunately for you,
famous swoon.
unfortunately for you, these griffins, they do start to one after another, they start to dive bomb towards you guys to, well, apparently get aggressive. And just as they start dive bombing all of you, I would like everyone to roll initiative. Why don't you?
Where's my... Oh, yeah.
That was low.
That's okay. I'll take
I
it.
got a +4 to initiative. I can't even ever get first. The dice is cursed.
Oh no. Poor things. Wait. Oh, you roll for initiative elsewhere. I'll have to update
I
your...
mean, we don't really have tokens on this map.
No, but there's the combat tracker. That's where you usually should be rolling your initiative at.
I mean,
Ow.
I see the initiative.
Combat tracker?
I see the initiative order.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Do you?
It's there. Yeah. My combat
Yeah.
tracker
Well, that is
has
so
all 4 of us.
weird.
Yeah.
Our chat has all of our initiative and yours doesn't.
Wait, really?
Unless it's just lagging.
Maybe.
No,
Let
wait.
me-
There's the combat tracker, which is the after the chat tab. There's the little hand tab
Mm-hmm.
on the top right, and in the combat tracker, I don't have initiative for you guys.
Oh, we all do.
No,
for
it's
us.
there too.
Yeah.
Weird. Well, anyway, I'll update it for you guys. It's
Okay.
fair enough to do. Hopefully, just have
Yeah, I went to that tab and all
Yeah,
the
I'm
numbers we rolled were there.
Yep.
weird. Anyways,
Boundary.
I'll just have to do it manually, but it's not a problem. I can do that. It'll just take a little short moment. Everyone's roll for initiative. Good. Falcon's initiative is 9.1. That's wrong. That's 0.10. And Kolarys' initiative is 11.18. Wait, how do you have a +4 to initiative, Falcon?
I forgot. Where is it?
You shouldn't have +4 to initiative. Your initiative should be +0.
Nope.
You have an
Temporal awareness. Starting at 2nd level, add
Oh.
my intelligence to initiative rolls.
Ah, I see. Fun.
Snap.
Yeah, now all the NPCs have rolled for initiative 2. No dice rolls for some reason. Okay. So, things get crazy up in here. The Griffins, they start dive bombing towards you guys, and it'll take some time before they get down to all of you. They're like 200 feet, and they seem to move awfully fast. In one round, they seem to dive bomb until they are just like 40 feet away from you guys. So one of
Were
the
they like
Griffins...
150 feet up?
Come again?
Were they like 150 feet up or something?
No, they were 200.
Oh my god.
And they kind
Oh my
of
God.
swoop down, moving 160 feet, and they seem to get at about like 40 feet from you guys, well, in height at least, before you get any sort of reaction, or are able to react in any meaningful way. So, all of you are there. I hope you can see your tokens.
Sure can.
That hide did nothing.
The what?
Hiding behind
We're,
me.
yeah,
It's not gonna work.
we're surrounded.
Yeah, so
Surrounded.
one of the Griffins gets to 40 feet away from you. Then it's Cole's turn. Cole is trying to hit it with a bow and arrow. That's what he knows how to do. That's the only weapon he has, the bow.
Oh, cool.
Cole loses an arrow, which fails spectacularly. So much so that
Amazing.
you can so clearly hear it, Drachdarin, as you can hear a crack on his bow.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, you get the sense that Cole won't be doing a whole lot of shooting if he keeps if he keeps that up.
Mind your weapon, boy.
He just nods and says, "All right, there's too many." And it's your turn, Drachdarin. What are you doing?
Looking at the range of this thing real quick. He's like, where the heck is the range?
The range for your
My breath weapon increases to 30 feet. Oh, yeah, it becomes 60 feet. Ah! Lightning breath.
okay, are you lightning breath your that one Griffin there?
I'm gonna lightning breath this, the one up above me here.
Boy, sure, go for it.
So he needs to beat, what did the dex save become on this? To level 7.
Sure, put up
Boy,
your.
it's been a while since I read your, your atavism change.
All right, what is your DC again?
That's what I'm... 8 plus con plus proficiency. So 12 plus 3, 15.
It's a what? A dex save?
Yes. I think.
Well, it would better be.
Wait, it's determined by my lightning. Whoa, wait, that's different. Hold up, I have to read more.
Reading. I love it.
But hold on, I'm gonna get my PHP.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's a dex save because it's lightning bolt. But
Okay. Probably is. And it makes it.
God dang it.
It
So
takes
it'd only take 7.
half of that. Fair enough. It seems bothered by it, but it's still dive bombing towards you guys. And I believe that's all you're doing, right?
Yeah, I'm just protecting the short boys.
Okay, next up is Pent. He's also pulling onto his bow and arrow and trying to loosen an arrow at one of the one Griffin that is close. The only one that you guys can actually reach. He loses an arrow, he misses horribly. But then again, as all of you are looking up to the one Griffin that's closer to all of you, it's noticeable how he can miss. It's like looking against the sunlight is blinding enough that it's very tricky to make a shot connect. Then these Griffin on the top, on the bottom right, also swoops down, getting up to only 40 feet of height. And then it's Kolarys. What are you doing?
What's the range on breath on breath weapon?
Your breath weapon should be 15.
30 feet by default if you're a normal Dragonborn.
I'm reading the tooltip and it just doesn't say.
Super cool.
Oh, sorry, I opened it in the wrong window. Kolarys, your breath weapon for your thing. Oh, cool! It doesn't says. Awesome.
Yep.
Rad.
Haha. I see. Yeah, it should be 30.
Let me see the field. Because I'm thinking I'm just gonna hold an attack.
Yeah, probably. Everything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am and hold my attack.
You're holding an attack then.
Or when something is in range of melee.
Sure. By the way, in case you can't find something on your character sheet in Foundry, if it's not there, it's probably on D&D Beyond. It is 30 feet in range. Your breath weapon. Dexterity saving throw for you, Kolarys.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I'll just hold my attack, stay right where I am, and that'll be my turn.
Okay, you're holding an attack against on what condition? What kind of attack even?
Melee hit on. So once something gets in melee range.
Okay, as soon as any Griffin gets within melee range, you're giving it the stabbies, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, then the next Griffin, this one on the bottom left, also swoops down, awfully close to Pent. And then next up is Falkan. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to get a very malicious look in my eye and walk up behind Drachdarin and Kolarys grinning. I'm going to put both my hands on either their shoulders, and I'm going to cast Fly.
You cast it on more than one person?
Oh shit.
Yup.
Oh shit.
Flight, when cast at a higher level, can target 2 people at once.
Oh shit.
This is the coolest.
This is the best fight immediately.
Okay, Falkan, you are concentrating on Fly and Drachdarin and Kolarys, both of you can fly. You get a flying speed of 60 feet. There's no icon that I can put on you that says that you can fly. So I guess I'm just gonna put the little green shield on you.
That works.
Okay, you are able to do fly now.
Frick.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Drac just like floats up an inch and is like, "Oh, I remember this."
Yeah, it's a whole new feeling for you, Kolarys, but it seems almost instinctual. You get the sense that it's not too tricky to get the hang of. You know, wanting to go a
flail.
place.
Flail for a second, accidentally do a forwards roll, and then get used to it.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you doing anything as a bonus action, Falcon?
Specifically bonus action. I don't think there's really much I can do right now. I don't think I can take dodge as a bonus action, so
Nope.
no. Nope.
Anything for movement then?
No.
Okay, so that's it for your turn. Next up is your bird, if it's doing anything.
Yes, I'm going to have it fly 50 feet in the air. Oh wait, no. Actually, I'm going to have it, from where it's standing, let out a predatorial scream of a griffin with mimicry.
Oh.
Sorry, what?
I'm gonna let it do a predatorial scream of a griffin.
Sure. Sure. Your Zasalamel gives a very, very high-pitched screech that definitely surprises all of your companions, but also the griffins that are flying up above, and they're unsure for a moment, and they seem to focus on both Zasalamel and you, Falcon.
Oh, I put it on Drac's head earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they focus on Salamel and Drachdarin. They seem... You're not entirely sure what's going on in their minds, but they seem focused.
Focus on the giant flying thing.
And that's it. Next up are the two other griffins. They just do the same. They calm down, dive bombing. It seems awfully dangerous, this maneuver that they're doing. And as they approach the ground at breakneck speeds, you are able to realize just how massively large they are now that they're that much closer.